Scott Kelly, and you're listening to Vans Rocked. A lot of silence, you know. It's almost a third of it is silence. There's a lot of space and a lot of tone. You know, for me, it's just it's kind of born of this, like this garden of like simplicity that I've tried to bring into my life. You know, in simple terms, it's like, you know, that less is more. To me, stripped down to real essence of emotion and tone and sound. My life, all completely, really, you know, my experiences and my perceptions of the experiences of the people around me, and there's not really anything else, but there's plenty there, you know. This is like a perfect balance to Neurosis for me, because it is just so barren. It's a huge challenge. I've been in Neurosis for well over half of my life, and I mean, next to like holding, you know, my 20-year-old son in my arms is probably the most natural and comfortable place that I have, and I need to do things that are different and challenging and a little bit scary at times, and this definitely is, because I don't have the support of my brothers up there, and I'm really used to that, you know. I need to do things that are difficult to overcome them in order to feel like I'm kind of still doing shit that matters, you know. It also just kind of comes out of me, you know. I don't remember where the first thought came from to do it, but once I started doing it, it was like I kind of, you know, opened this window a little bit, and through that time I've changed. A lot of things have changed in my life. I have a very addictive personality and had a really long drug and alcohol addictions in my life that I left behind about 6 years ago, just after the first solo record. You know, in a way, this has replaced a lot of that. I feel like the windows are really open now, like the music just really flows through me, in the same way that Neurosis does, and yeah, it just feels good. It's a challenge. It's difficult. You'll see. There's nowhere to hide, you know. It's right there. It just is, you know. It just is. It just runs. It's a fucking machine. It's not even a choice. I couldn't stop it if I wanted to, and I definitely don't. It's just, you make this commitment to do this stuff, and that's what I did when I was, you know, like 14 years old, and I've been doing it ever since. And it's a discipline, you know. It's like any art. It's more like a martial art in many ways. It's something that you practice every day. You have to put your time into it in order to get back from it, and that's probably why right now, like, I feel like things are just flowing really, really strong right now, and it's because I've put a lot of time and a lot of work and all of my heart into it. Music is my religion, you know. It's my church. It's the place where I find sanctuary, and it's the place where I found comfort, and it's the place where I find wisdom. It's the one thing that really communicates. Words fall short every time, you know, but music and sound really communicate, even if you don't know what the words. On one hand, as a, you know, member of an independent band and part owner of an independent record label, I know how much it hurts bands when, you know, people just download their music and they don't buy it. And it would be easy to say, you know, a band like Neurosis, please buy our records, because, you know, we still work jobs and we, you know, pay for our own shit, and we're not, you know, rich and this and that. But go ahead and, you know, download all the, you know, Metallica records that you want, but you can't really do that. I mean, that's not really right. The other side of it is, you know, how much music that disappeared that keeps appearing on the internet, you know, records that are out of print, very rare things. So I think in the end, for me, I come down on the side of communication being the number one thing. Because it's for a radio station and I'm not under any pressure to, I don't have to do an interview a month or anything. I just do them when I want to do them, and I'm running the thing, so even more control in that area. I just do them with people that interest me, and I'm actually working on compiling a lot of them at this point, because I've done a few. Off the top of my head, I did a 2-hour interview with Wino about a year and a half ago that was really, really, really deep. I actually did one with Dave Windorf from Monster Magnet the other day that was really, really cool. Like, the guy's, he's fucking brilliant. I really liked a kind of a specific period of that band. When you get to know people in that way, it's like it's so much of the, you build up this thing in your mind of what this person might be like, or what they mean to you. And then when you meet them and they become humans to you, I think that's a really, that's a great gift. But I've promoted shows too, so that's good. I've promoted shows and I've interviewed bands. So the two things that I run into the most when I'm on tour, promoters and people from the press, I now have a better understanding, and yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's different. I walked into a club in my local town nearest where I live, which is very small and in the mountains, and a friend of mine had told me that I should go and see this band called Slim Cessna's Auto Club. And I did my usual thing, which was, oh yeah, okay, I'll go. And then when it came down to it, I wasn't answering my phone because I get really like, I don't like crowds, even though it sounds kind of weird, but I don't. And he was like, knock, knock, knock. And my wife's like, come on, let's go. You said you'd go, let's go. We walk into the club, and within about 5 seconds of this band started, I noticed this one guy in the band, and I'm like, immediately fixed on this guy. Like, he's just got this energy, he's just got this aura about him. And he comes out, and about 2 minutes into the first song, he starts singing, and he starts with this very, almost like Tuvan throat singing. Do you know what I mean? This really ultra low, that, but way, way deeper, very resonant tone. He starts out with that, and he cycles the whole thing all the way through and up into this, like, almost like Hank Williams high kind of vibrato, and just does it. And I just was kind of, I'm like, you know what, I've never heard anybody do that before. Like, that was fucking amazing. Like, just, and the whole time he did it with this, like, just out of this world energy about him. He's one of those guys. He can craft these stories, but his stories are so fucking awesome. It's so bizarre. And the music and the voice are just stunning. People really need to take the time to see him. If he comes through your town, it's Munly, Munly. You got to check it out.